This is my third time filming this intro. So, what's good, everybody? It's Texture Tuesday. That could be a reason why you're watching this video. You could also be watching this video because you have some sort of probably textured hair. Anywhere from wavy, curly, to coily. And you may also be watching this video because you have heard of, or you are very familiar with, or you're a strong believer of, the curly girl method. Now, in all my time of doing the YouTubes, and in all my years of life, I have never followed the curly girl method. And a lot of you have noticed this, and you've called me out on things that I've been doing wrong. And I've seemed to stir up a lot of controversy in this community. And I think pretty subtly, without actually saying it, I've made it clear that the curly girl method is not a method that I follow or necessarily believe in. Now hold your horses before a lot of you start freaking out. I'm not here to offend you. I am also not here to shit on everything you believe in. And I'm not here to discredit anything that the curly girl method and Lorraine Massey and the curly girl handbook and everything has created, because there is some good to it. It's just not it. It's not all that. It's not the be-all, end-all, only way to take care of your hairs. Because guess what? To start, you can just look at me. I am a curly girl, and I approve of all the things that I do because it has continued to leave my hair healthy. So during this video, while I'm styling my hair, doing everything wrong, I'm gonna very loosely go over the points that the curly girl method tries to make, why they're bad, and while I'm basically breaking every rule, I'll be explaining why you can. Without further ado, yep, that's right, just brushing my hair here. So get ready with me while I spill the tea on the curly girl method. So since I'm already doing it, let's just talk about what the curly girl method says about brushing your hair. One of the rules of the curly girl method is that you absolutely cannot brush your hair on this journey. You should not brush your hair because it will brush out your curls and it can cause split ends and breakage and damage. Okay, there is some truth to that. But if you really think that I'm gonna be sitting in the shower trying to finger detangle my hair for hours every time I wash it, you're crazy. I really could not possibly imagine only finger detangling my hair. I have attempted it and I've never fully completed the job because I never felt like I really got in there. You know what I was left with? A crap ton of fairy knots, these single strand knots that lock on one strand that you will never be able to get out with your fingers. And if you also think that I'm gonna give up this wonderful feeling of brushing your hair that I don't ever get because my hair is curly, then you're also crazy, okay? This only comes around once or twice a week once I wash my hair and my hair is wet and detangled from brushing. And this is a feeling on my scalp that I just simply cannot give up. And I have never given up. And here we are today with healthy hair. And also one of my favorite ways of defining my hair is with a brush. Now brushing my hair, as we see here, is not causing any more breakage or hair fall than wouldn't already be happening. Okay, if your hair is weak, it's going to break. But I regularly take care of my hair with protein treatments and deep conditioning masks that strengthen and moisturize my hair so I get some bomb elasticity. My hair bounces back and it is strong, even while being blonde. Which, you know, being blonde and coloring your hair is not really a part of the curly girl method either. I want you guys to actually look at the brush. I don't know if you can tell. So on here is some hair. I detangled my hair yesterday, and then this is everything that's on my brush from today, from this whole experience of doing my hair. You know, if I were to count, you know, it's hard to count what is in here, but I'm gonna be gross, and I'm gonna really show you guys my hair fall. Now, if you don't like this, then look away. I can only really deal with this when it's my own hair. Anyone else's hair, I'm like, get it out, get it out. This is gross. This is still gross. If I collect it all, this is my hair fall. Now, this is not freaking me out because this is absolutely, completely normal. It's very normal to lose this much hair in a day. This could be anywhere from 50 to 100 strands. I don't know, I haven't counted it. I'm not gonna count it because why are you gonna be counting the strands falling off your head? So that's just one thing. But let me take things back for a minute and explain what I did before coming on here to style. Nothing new here. I washed my hair with a shampoo that contains sulfates. And then I had deep conditioned my hair for a long time. And I had rinsed that out, and now I'm here. So, hello, everybody. I am going to start putting some products in my hair while it's still wet. And these products contain some ingredients that are not allowed. But I've been using these products for years, and my hair absolutely loves them. So, you know, I'm going to continue to listen to my hair. And I've used these plenty of times before. These are my go-tos. This is my favorite curl cream. This is Aveda's Be Curly Curl Enhancer. And I'm going in with this much cream. And I'm going to first just work this into my hair. This is like a lotion kind of cream that is going to moisturize and define my hair. And so one of the ingredients in it is phenyltrimethicone. So now this product has another ingredient that you are supposed to completely stay away from and avoid. It has silicones in it. According to the method, you are not supposed to use sulfates and silicones in your hairs, amongst other ingredients as well, like waxes and things like that. So the harm here is that if you are using silicones in your conditioners and your stylers, silicones can build up on the hair. And if you have buildup on your hair, it can create a coating over your hair. And this coating over your hair can prevent moisture from getting into your strands. Now, what is moisture? Water is moisture. If we have buildup on the hair, it is going to seal a coating over the hair and then not allow moisture to get in, and therefore dry your hair from the inside out and cause extremely dry, brittle hair that does not have shine and that breaks easily. So that's a no-no, right? It's like, okay, then don't use silicones, because silicones can only be washed away with sulfates. And sulfates, the reason why we want to avoid sulfates, according to the Curly Girl method, is that they are too harsh on the hair. So a sulfate is a detergent. It's a cleansing agent in the shampoo that allows us to remove dirt and buildup and anything nasty sitting in your hair. Now here's the thing. So now silicones can be removed from the hair. They do not have to cause this crazy buildup. But the only way to remove them is by really cleansing and clarifying your hair with a really strong stripping shampoo that contains sulfates. So it basically puts you in a routine of putting buildup on your hair and then having to strip it away and then replacing it and stripping it away, which can wear and tear at the hair. Well, here's my little take on it as I add some water. Silicones are just like any other emollients. If you are not washing them off of your hair well, they are going to build up. A silicone is basically just an emollient. Just like oils, just like butters, and other ingredients that we stick to using because they are heavy and they can help to seal in moisture in our hair. Now, have you ever put oil on your hair, lots of oil on your hair, and then tried to wash that off using just a conditioner? Because the curly girl method says you can't use shampoo. You must co-wash, throw out shampoo, at least throw out sulfate-free shampoo, and most shampoos, and just co-wash. Just wash your hair with conditioner. Try washing oil off of your hair with just conditioner, and good freaking luck is what I'm going to say. I have seen ridiculous buildup on people's hair that have not been using silicones, but have been using heavy ingredients like coconut oil and shea butter on their hair, which caused the same amount of buildup and sealed the hair so bad that no other moisture could get in. So we can't just cancel out silicones for building up on the hair when there's other more natural ingredients that are also building up on the hair, because then we're not able to wash those off with these sulfate-free shampoo co-washes. I have seen gross buildup on people's hair because they did not know what they needed to do. So here's my thing. As I brush product through my hair, breaking up my curls, okay? The Denman brush, everybody, okay? This is not breaking up my curls. I actually use this to define my curls, and it does a damn good job at that. So I have literally used sulfates and silicones my entire life, not knowing they were bad for me, not thinking they were bad for me, because I never had a problem with my hair. My problems all stemmed from styling. Like, I didn't know how to style my hair, which I have learned. But in terms of cleansing, I have always believed in shampooing my hair, and I always have, and my hair continues to look good. So that is something I 100% continue to do. And it's really because I would not feel clean if I was only massaging creams into my hair and scalp. It's mostly about the scalp, okay? I get the hair. If your hair is super dry, sure, you do not want to be stripping it. And I don't use a very stripping, cleansing shampoo all the time. But on average, once a week, every other wash, I sure as hell am getting a good shampoo out of my hair, because I know there's a lot of product in my hair, as well as a lot of dirt from the air and other things happening that just collected in my hair, and I do not want those to be there. So that is why I like to shampoo. In other news, I'm going to debunk really quickly why brushing your hair is okay. Okay? Because on top of it being much faster to detangle the hair, and also it feeling amazing on the scalp, I've always loved brushing my hair to help distribute product. I use way less product on hair when brushing it through than people who simply don't. So much less product because I'm able to evenly distribute it way better with a brush. Because product gets on the brush, and then as I work through my hair, it's moving it. It's transporting me to a better place. As well as, when I'm using a Denman brush, this is helping to really define the curls and smooth down any frizz and flyaways. If you're someone that has not been brushing their hair and you are lacking definition, or you have a lot of frizz all over the place, well, I encourage you to at least try this method. You don't know if something's gonna work for you until you try it. And saying that, I probably sound like a hypocrite because I have never fully tried the curly girl method. You know, I never stopped doing everything I was doing and transitioned because I never felt the need to. But having said that, there are some things that I do like about the curly girl method. And I think that it's a great guideline for people starting out. So if you are someone that does need to transition, again, I was always curly, and I always rocked my curls. I always liked my curls. I figured out how to deal with them my own way. If you are really completely lost, reading up on the curly girl method could be really beneficial. It could really help you to understand things a little bit better, to get you started. So it's great as a starting point. But again, it is not the be-all, end-all, because your hair is unique, just like you. And it has its own preferences, its own way of being, and you need to listen to your hair and do what works. So yeah, if you are transitioning though, you know, it's got some great principles. I love that they say, you know, if you've got damage, you've got to trim your ends. Trimming your ends regularly, and I'm not going to give a specific time frame on that because everyone is different according to their needs. You could need a trim every 6 weeks. You could need a trim every 6 months. You don't really want to go much longer than that, but anywhere between 6 weeks and 6 months is ideal. That is definitely one thing that I agree with the Curly Girl method. And I'm going to continue here, doing my hairs. Ow. And when you're styling your hair, soaking wet, when you're literally washing your hair with conditioner and then applying conditioner on your ends and then applying leave-in conditioner over top, all on soaking wet hair, and then plopping on the top of your head for it to all sit here and drip. There's so much product transferring onto your scalp that is not allowing your scalp to then breathe, and therefore, yeah, you guessed it, if not thoroughly cleansed off later, is going to be causing a lot of scalp issues for you. You may be having reactions to some of the products that you're using because of ingredients that are in them that maybe you just don't agree with. So they're making your scalp extremely itchy and also building up tremendously. So scalp care is crazy ridiculous. And when I'm styling products like this, I don't let any product even touch my scalp. And now when I'm using a brush, I'm getting right into my root and helping to smooth down any frizz and flyaways, and therefore, you know, getting in the nooks and crannies without having to use a crap ton of product. Now, one thing that I do try to avoid that coincides with the Curly Girl method is using silicones in my conditioner. I try to use silicone-free conditioner. I mean, in general, I wouldn't want to use emollients in my conditioner specifically because the conditioner I want to really hydrate. Remember, emollients like oils, silicones, and butters do not hydrate on their own. So I want to use emollients more in my styling products, and that's why with my styling product, even though there's some silicones in it, I don't really care because my hair's already been really hydrated with my conditioner, and I did a deep conditioning moisture mask. And so now that I'm using silicones after, just like any other emollient, that's going to help to seal in the moisture in my hair. Also, with these methods, I do not touch my hair for like a week after. You know, I try not to style my hair again unless really, really necessary. So I can usually get a good few days out of my wash, which is probably because I'm really locking the moisture into my hair. Do you see? Is it making sense? But that's just me though. I'm going to start moving on to gel. And gel, the Curly Girl method has something to say about. It's okay. Gel is good. Gel is going to help to lock in your style as well and give you long-lasting results. So it's really rainy and humid. I'm going to be using a glycerin-free gel. So give me a second here. All right. I must stand again. I'm going to be applying my gel. This is the glycerin-free gel I like using. Again, nothing new here. I've showed you guys how to style my hair about 1,000,000 times. So, you know, if you're watching and you're confused, you can always just watch more content of mine. But here I am just smoothing everything through. Because it's raining, I really want to work through my gel. I want more hold in these conditions. Alright, so now I'm going to be diffusing my hairs. So listen up because I have a lot to say about this, as the Curly Girl method has a lot to say about using heat on your hair. So basically, now I'm going to be getting into one thing that you absolutely cannot do for healthy curly hair, and that is use heat. Do I agree with this? Here's where I agree with this. If your hair is extremely damaged already, using no heat, in fact just air drying, is going to be the best for your hair right away. for now, until your hair gets better. But if you need to diffuse and you like to diffuse and you don't have all day and forever, I'm a huge fan of using heat, because not only is it going to be a lot faster, I can get way more volume when using heat than when using cold air or not diffusing at all. You can use heat and it's going to be okay. And here's why, okay? When I'm diffusing with heat is not the same as blow drying your hair straight and flat ironing your hair, because you're not working against the curls, right? You're enhancing the curl definition, you're enhancing the bounce, you're working with the curls. It is also not direct heat. It's not like a flat iron that's sealing your hair in between two ceramic or titanium or whatever kind of plates. And now this is the tea though. If you're diffusing with heat and you're focusing on your ends a lot, you will dry out your ends faster. That is just... But again, if your hair is very damaged, then you should probably try to avoid the heat as much as possible. Make sure that you are caring for your hair, like spraying a heat protectant over your hair if you're really concerned to protect your ends, and maybe not focusing the blow dryer on your ends solely, but more hover diffusing as I am doing here. And as I've demonstrated in my infamous diffusing video, with diffusing being my #1 method of drying, I never have the issue of flat hair. Even as my hair is getting longer, if I'm going to be air drying, I've shown in one of my videos how I like to air dry. And basically, I just keep moving my head around so the hair doesn't dry in one area and want to lay there. Now, something the Curly Girl Handbook method also encourages is root clipping. 2-prong root clips to lift and hold the root so that it dries with more lift. And if you can get this to work for you, all the power to you. But I've actually seen a lot of clients have a lot of breakage at their roots because of this. And I know that it's breakage because you can see on the bottom of the strand how it has been tore apart. So they're having a lot of short little hairs where the roots are being clipped, which is most likely happening when they're removing the clips. So if the clips are not put in really clean, or they get messed up while they're in, and when you take them out, you have to be very careful, or just avoid that by diffusing. Beautiful. Natural curls, lots of bounce. And this is because I have been wearing my hair naturally curly for so long. If you have not been wearing your hair curly, your hair doesn't know how to act. So it's got to adjust to being curly again. That's where the whole transition comes from. So where I do stand with the Curly Girl method is that wearing your hair natural, wash and go, is the best thing you can do for it. You don't want to be manipulating the curls unless it's a case where you have to retrain the curls. If you are having to retrain the curls, I love finger coiling for that. Finger coiling helps you get the definition and the curl pop-in that you want, but really being as gentle to your hair as possible. You know, just actually wearing the curls natural, that is going to be the best thing for your curls. And now that my hair is done, I think I am also done. I hope that I have made sense to you guys today. I just wanted to give another perspective and explain my angle on the Curly Girl method. And I hope that you guys have actually learned a few things today. Hopefully I made some sense and you're kind of putting the pieces together. You know, it's not necessarily the products that you're using, it's how you're using them. It's not necessarily the tools that you're using, it's how you're using them. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, conundrums, anything, leave them in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Again, don't hate me. I don't hate you. I just hate the lies. No, I'm kidding. They're not lies. I think I made my point. I'm gonna go now. And I will see you guys all next week. Next Tuesday. Hey, thank God it's Tuesday. And if you're like me and really look forward to these Texture Tuesdays, pull up on a shirt, will ya? This has been Mains by Mel. Out. Oh, what's good, everybody? I've subtly hinted. What's wrong with me today? Alright. Okay. Alright, okay. Not today. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips, the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. Alright, be good. Oh my god, I have this itch on my face! Makeup, you suck! Making the world a curlier place. One Tuesday at a time. That's my next slogan. Amanda, note that one down. Okay, I'm done. Peace.